Hello and welcome to another episode of Learn English with Philip. Today is going to be a bit of a rant. If you don't know what a rant is, you probably know by the end of this video. Anyway, let's get to it. I drew a cartoon for you about a proverb I talked about a few weeks ago. The proverb is killing two birds with one stone. If you don't know what it means, have a look at the previous video. I'll put an end card at the end of this video. Okay, let's get to it. I'm going back to the first slide of this presentation. It's a lovely picture. If you wonder where it was taken, this is a photo I took a few years ago in Japan, in a small town called Nara, which is very famous for its deer park. Actually, there are probably about 1,000 deer roaming around this small town, especially in this park. I recommend it. What does this have to do with the topic of today? Well, the topic of today is called the 5 R's. I'm sure many of you have heard about the 3 R's before, or the 4 R's, but today I'm going to talk about the 5 R's, because I don't think 3 is enough. What are the 5 R's? They are 5 verbs starting with the letter R that can help save the environment, reduce pollution, stop global warming, stop climate change. They're not totally going to stop it, but they will help. What are these 5 R's? Jumping straight in with the first one, reduce. The problem in today's world is we create too much garbage, too much rubbish, trash as the Americans call it. We should reduce the amount of garbage that we produce. Because face it, the garbage that we produce usually ends up either in nature or in the ocean. Yeah, that's true. So let's reduce the amount of garbage that we produce. Second, let's reuse more. Why don't we drink most of what we drink out of glass bottles instead of aluminium cans and plastic bottles that have to be thrown away? Reusing containers such as glass bottles, cleaning them and filling them again is much better than keep producing all these cans, bottles, disposable products that are used once and then thrown away. By the way, a disposable product is a product you use one time and then you throw it away. Some of these objects that we use one time are recycled, but only a small fraction of them are recycled. If you look at the countries in the world that recycle most, I think top of the list are probably countries like Austria and Germany. Well, they recycle just under 60%, which is a lot, but not that much if you think of it. That means 40%, more than 40% is still thrown away. And it ends up either in a landfill or in nature or in the ocean. I'll show you later what a landfill looks like. But these 3 are not enough. That's why I put number 4, which is repair. Maybe we should go back in time and not throw away everything immediately when it is broken. Now this could be small things like a pair of socks, a pair of trousers, or bigger things such as a TV or a computer. Don't throw it away immediately. Try to repair it. Now, I'm very much aware that businesses nowadays don't want you to do this. Whenever there's a small thing wrong with your computer, your phone, whatever, they expect you to buy a new item. But that creates a lot of items to be recycled, if they are recycled. So let's repair a little bit more. Finally, refuse. If you live in a country that still hands out plastic bags like candy to children, just say no. Where I live right now in Thailand, wherever you go, whatever you buy, you get a bag. Items are bagged, double bagged, sometimes even triple bagged. It's simply crazy. Well, I think it's high time that we say no. We don't need these bags. Basically, plastic bags are just used for 10 minutes and then you throw them away and they end up in nature or in a landfill. Now, if you look at the top of the screen, you see some garbage probably not separated, just thrown away. Where will this go? I'm going to guess 90% chance that it will end up in a landfill. A landfill is basically a giant hole in the ground that we stuff full of garbage. Once it's full, we put some more, it becomes like a mountain. When it's overflowing, we put a small layer of soil and then we forget about it. Not really ideal, if you ask me. Another way to dispose of garbage, but it's not done very much, is burn the garbage in a kind of factory called an incinerator. Problem there is this might cause poisonous smoke and it will lead to more air pollution. So not ideal either. Okay, that was my rant. We should do more to reduce garbage, stop polluting the environment. I've told you before, I'm not a tree hugger or an eco-warrior, but I think all of this just makes total sense. You may have heard of the giant garbage patch in the Pacific Ocean. It's basically an enormous area full of plastic rubbish, and there's no way to get rid of it. If you want to know, scientists actually believe that by the year 2050 there will be more plastic in the oceans than fish. I don't know about you, but I think that's a scary prospect. So that's why today I decided to talk about the principle of the 5 R's. Hey, let's think about the environment. We only have one world. I don't really believe in moving to Mars. Anyway, I have a question of the day for you. It's an abbreviation. You have to guess what it stands for. If you want to check your answer, I leave it in the description of this video in the box below. That's it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Good evening, and say no to plastic bags. Goodbye.